Welcome back. Okay, so today's game had me asking myself a couple of questions. A, is John Gibson one of the more underrated goalies in the league? I would say yes. B, how good is Trevor Zegras that when he's out of the lineup, Anaheim's attack just not very good. Now I know traditionally Anaheim struggles in Vegas. I get that. But this year, they lost that one in a shootout early in the season. They beat Vegas in that ridiculous game in Anaheim. A lot of goals, a lot of excitement. Without Zegras, the last couple of games, Anaheim looks like last year's Anaheim Ducks. They can't score goals. Their offense just can't get anything going. And for Vegas, December, which is traditionally a good month for them, excellent month for them, and they widened their lead atop the division and atop the West with this one today. So it's Gibson versus Brossoit. Vegas wearing their gold helmets. They're game late. They were supposed to wear those in LA. We're supposed to have gold helmets against silver helmets. I don't understand why I can't have nice things. Back and forth action in this one. Carlson with a rush. Gibson saves there. And Gibson saves would be really the catchphrase of the entire game. Shots are 2-0 Vegas at 4 minutes. Oh, it's just getting started. Ducks get some offensive zone time. Do not get shots. They need shots, which is also a big storyline today. Kolasar's a rush chance save. The shots are 4-2 Vegas at the half. Pressed by the Vegas Golden Knights, Smith has a chance that's saved. And then Roy, who's had a very good start to the season, continues that with a goal from Ben Hutton at 11:15. Ben Hutton's fit in pretty well with Vegas. I'm glad to see that. Grant then has a rush chance. That's saved. Steele with a centering pass. Vegas clears that out. Delorier had his chance. That one deflects wide, so Vegas doing a good job of clearing pucks, blocking pucks, and just making life miserable for Anaheim. Vegas draws themselves a power play. They had a lot of those today. Smith with a blast that saved. The Ducks did kill it off. Vegas presses after it ends. The Ducks attack, here it is, lacking without Zegras. I write it down in the first period. And then Brooks, who's got to be enjoying himself in Vegas. He gets a goal to make it 2-0 from Coughlin and Stevenson at 18:27. And the puck stuck above the bar at the back of the net. It just stayed right there. So it was one of those ones where the goal goes in and you're like, is that a goal? Where did that go? So yeah, it's a goal. Very one-sided period. Like it's 2-0 in favor of Vegas. It could have easily been 4-5-0. And, for Brossoit, relatively easy day today. So second period. Ducks with the puck control early, but still lacking shots on goal. That was the storyline today. Vegas gets themselves a power play. Theodore with a rush chance. Gibson saves that. Carlson's next chance is blocked and cleared. It is killed off. So that's 2 power plays for Vegas, and Anaheim, combined with Gibson, kill them off. Ducks with a rush chance. That's saved. Vegas rushes next shift, and Janmark, he gets himself a goal unassisted at 4:39. Janmark with a very good game. Ducks then get a couple of chances next shift. Carrick has a wrist shot that's blocked. Amadio was saved on a good tic-tac-toe play. So Amadio being a Vegas Golden Knight means the puck goes the other way, which it did through the whole game. The next Amadio chance is blocked. Vegas getting odd man rushes often in this game. So that might be where they're missing Cam Fowler. So I've said, Zegras, but without Cam Fowler, that really hurts their blue line as well. Coughlin has a point shot that deflects out as Vegas presses some more. One thing with the Vegas side of things, of course, is without Pacioretty, who's going to be out for an indefinite period now. I didn't really notice any huge problem with their attack today because they were getting that depth scoring, which Anaheim wasn't getting on their side of things. So what Vegas has done through all the injuries, through the COVID situations, everything else that's gone on with Vegas, they've gotten used to needing that depth scoring all the way through the lineup, and it worked out pretty well in this one and in others earlier in the season. So Milano has a rush chance saved and close. Getzlaf and Carlson were unfriendly. Ryan Getzlaf at this point, you could see his frustration level is rising, right? This is an Anaheim team that looked like they were, definitely likely to be in the playoffs. And if Zegras is going to be out for much longer, once that momentum starts to swing the other way, it can be really tough to then start winning again. So we'll see. Getzlaf ends up going to the box on that play as well. Vegas with another power play. It's killed off. Vegas manages 2 shots. Then Getzlaf had a fight with Kolasar. During the fight, which wasn't very long, they played the DuckTales theme, which I thought, it's interesting. They do Baby Shark, of course, for the Sharks, and so DuckTales, sure. All right. So the next shift, there's some more scrappiness. We get McNabb versus Grant, so that's 2 fights. Three Ducks were in the box at this point. Getzlaf wasn't happy either here. Vegas emerges with a power play. Good penalty kill. Gibson kills it. So 4 shots for Vegas. The shots are 15-1 for Vegas over a 12-minute span of this game. It is only Gibson that is keeping this from being a ridiculously lopsided game for the Anaheim Ducks. So there's a penalty shot for Janmark. Gibson, being John Gibson, saves that as well. Crossbar then for Smith in the final 10 seconds. It's all Vegas. Here's how all Vegas it was. The scoring chances after 2 periods were 29-5. Vegas limiting Anaheim to 10 shots for the first 2 periods. That is the smallest amount of shots that they've allowed through 40 minutes all season. So we go to the third period. In the third period, Vegas pressures early. Janmark was seeking another. Had a very good game. Silverberg has a chance that's saved. Brossoit had a pretty light day to that stage. So, I mean, Silverberg's was off his skate too. So even if that had gone in, it may not have counted. Dodonov with a rush chance, that saved. Quiet first 5 minutes, though. And it felt like last year's Ducks, where they just don't have the offense to counter a team like Vegas, right? They just don't have that. And what we saw in their game before this, they really couldn't close out a game where they did have a lead prior, right? So Carrier can't bury one. Ducks rush, post for Terry on that one, so no breaks there. Amadio with a break himself. He is robbed by Gibson on that. Vegas ends up getting themselves a power play shortly thereafter. Marchessault has a shot that saved. Theodore, who missed the net on the first opportunity, his second, was saved as well and held on to. Gibson does kill off that power play too. White Cloud with a rush chance that's gloved by Gibson. Steele can't bury what was a rare chance for the Ducks. That really, really close. 6:23 left. Vegas gets a power play. And again, this is just frustration. It's a frustration penalty for the Ducks. Gibson makes some more saves. The Ducks will go over 10 minutes in this game without a shot. Things get scrappy with 1:22 left after a McNabb hit on Carrick. Now, this is where I find it kind of funny, is that the announcers played it off like this is a good hit, and they played this whole, basically it's a reverse hit by McNabb, and he does these a lot, basically a reverse hip check, which is fine, except he was called for interference on this because they deemed it interference, so it's not technically a hit. Just thought it was funny that after they showed this package of all these hits by McNabb, which are nice hits, this one turns out to be the penalty. And Carrick didn't like the hit either, so he starts throwing gloves or throwing punches with McNabb. So that's McNabb's second fight of the game. It is the third fight for the Vegas Golden Knights. It is the first time in the team's 5-year history, in their 5th season, of course, that they've actually had 3 fights in the same game. So what a time to be alive. So the Ducks do end up getting that power play because it's deemed that was interference on the power play with less than 12 seconds left, but at 19:48 officially on the clock. Getzlaf breaks the shutout. That was the only thing basically remaining in this game, was would Brossoit get the shutout? No. Milano and Lettieri with the assists. It's the first goal for Getzlaf in 18 games. It's only his second of the year. No shutouts for the Vegas Golden Knights yet this year. I don't think they're going to worry about it. They win 3-1. They go to 22-12 with the win. That's their 10th win in December. Their 10th win in their last 12 games. For Anaheim, they dropped to 17-10-7. And the bad news for the rest of the Pacific is, maybe for the rest of the West, Vegas right now is really starting to ramp things up and had a fantastic month. Your shots in this one show how lopsided this was. 16-4 Vegas in the first. 18-6 Vegas in the second, 11-6 Vegas in the third. Final shots, 45-16 for the Vegas Golden Knights. Those shots are accurate. Really, Gibson was fantastic. The power plays, Anaheim 1 for 1, Vegas 0 for 6. Hits 32-15 for Anaheim. Gibson saves 42 out of 45. Brossoit saves 15 out of 16. At least get Gibson flowers with a note saying, sorry we didn't show up today, or something of that nature if you're the Anaheim Ducks. Because, yeah, this was a good example of just how good Vegas can be, as well as what that anemic offense that Anaheim had last year, how that looked. It's not pretty. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.